Well, the first time I interviewed Wack, your name came up, and I didn't know this, but he said you're actually a Piru blood yourself. When you know me, I wouldn't let one of my people talk crazy to you.
No. See, that's the problem.
See, but that was my rationale.
Y'all
at the
both
time.
see Ray as the R&B singer.
Yeah.
Ray Piru.
Okay.
He on the phone with a G homie.
Got it.
He ain't got no chance, no
Okay, fair
option
enough.
but to stand with me.
I mean, I grew up in Centerview, and you know, since I was like 13, like maybe even 12, you know, I was extremely banged out, and it's kind of hard to believe, but you know, I really don't speak on it because if you're from LA, then you know what it is, but if not, then it's kind of like a fairy tale in people's mind, and so I don't really try to like
glorify it.
Yeah. Because
I was
usually,
surprised. As long as we've known each other, I never knew that side of you because you never put it front and center.
Yeah,
so when he said it, I'm like, oh,
I mean,
that's interesting.
I was extremely activated.
Okay, so how old were you when you officially became Piru?
You usually don't say when you became anything, like it's embedded in your like soul.
Okay, but you didn't get jumped in at a certain age or that type of thing?
I mean, yeah, but I just don't like to get into it because it's irrelevant to like what it is now, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
It was the whole process was intense, and I was super banged out. I used to hit up outside of the hood every day, the hood.
Spray
you know
paint.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I was 12 and 13. But usually when you start doing shit like that, you like a little kid. And then it goes into like the teenage years and it goes into like high school. And then by that time after that, you kind of start to grow out of it, whoever you are. So when people start gangbanging later on in life, it's not the same as when you like actually just lived in the neighborhood and just caught up with whatever the people that you love and whatever y'all doing is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So
what do you think during that time in your life was the most serious situation you got into?
I mean, it wasn't one crazy situation. It's just when you young and you get with the wrong crowd, and if you gangbanging, that's the wrong crowd. Period. And I love all my homies, and all my homies will tell you, most of my homies is dead. Mostly everybody that is close to me is dead. And that go from when I was with Suge every day, that goes when I was in Centerview every day, that goes when I was around anything in that kind of world. So the celebration behind it is not there. You celebrating because you love your people. And then if it's all burgundy or all red or blue or whatever, wherever you from, you love your people around you because they got your back. But it doesn't end well in any of those situations.
Yeah.
So I advise everybody not to do none of that shit because you better than that.
Now, isn't there a Lil Ray J that's still running around?
A Lil Ray J?
Yeah.
Like what? What you mean?
Like a little homie that named himself after you.
There's no Lil Ray J.
Okay, I heard
now,
there was.
Again, when you from
You never heard this before?
When you from a certain neighborhood, I'm from Centerview, Piru.
Right.
That's where I grew up. That's where all my people is from since I was way before 11, 12. We talking 6, 7 years old, right? And it's just what you adapt to in any area. When I was on TV, the homies used to call me movie star blood because I used to be on TV at that time.
Movie star blood.
Right? And so that's what they called me because none of the homies felt like I even needed to be still in that certain mindset. None of my big homies, Solo, all the homies that I was with that really had my back was telling me I was tweaking. You need to go and be great. That was a message. For me, it was embedded in my soul at the time I was young. It was like the homies was all we had. And so looking back and fast forwarding to now, I understand what they were saying. And we lost a lot of people, literally. Like all our like close homies that we love is dead, bro. You know what I'm saying? So for me to glorify any of that shit will only be speaking to the young masses saying, oh, it's all good. I was that. If niggas really don't know, like what I was, that ain't okay. It doesn't end well. It's like, I'm trying to find a place in time where I can actually make my mom, my dad, and my sister proud. I'm trying to find a space for it. I'm trying to see what I can do to do better, right, in 2025. And so glorifying gangs and glorifying the streets and the negativity of what it leads to, I can't be a part of it.
Well, I don't think it's glorifying because I think it's a cautionary tale. Because I've interviewed literally hundreds of people like this, and these stories never end well.
They don't end well.
Ever.
And
no one ever rides off into the sunset with $100 million. It's always, in fact, when I went through kind of the kingpin stories, it's always about, for every year you ball out on the street, you do about 5 years in prison. You'll have a 5-year run in the streets, that'll go 25 years in prison.